Push up.
Sorry, I forgot to mute the other one for a second, so the music playing. I was like, that doesn't make sense.
That's
The
all right.
boys are back in town.
I was making sure I had all the tweets and everything ready for the show for Six Pack, and I looked up and I'm like, crap.
Hey, Jen.
Hey.
Hey, girl.
How's Rob?
Yeah, he's up in Perth. They flew him up by
flying machine.
Yeah, by flying machine.
A bit like the one that Davros has as his icon.
More an
well, they go uppity up, they go down, down. Jeez, Jen. If only Matt was old like us.
Yep.
Then my knees would have probably fallen apart. They're already giving me problems.
Oh, yeah. Around our age, it's my back.
Oh, I've already fractured my back before, so I can go there.
Oh,
I've
that's
got
because you're.
arthritis in my lower back from two falls down the flight of stairs.
Yeah, but Matt, you got to stop having those soy lattes, mate. They don't have the calcium you require.
No. It's the smashed avo on toast, and that's why I can't afford a house.
Anyway, Davros, I got a bone to pick with you. You were dissing on the My Little Ponies.
Did you enjoy that?
I did.
Dude,
I loved.
Yeah, but it was the fact that I chose the best doctor.
I gotta admit, though, it was a brilliant movie. Anyone who hasn't watched it yet, go watch it. It's brilliant.
No, I was more thinking of watching Spiral, but you know.
Yeah, whatever.
Oh no, watching Chris Rock and Samuel L. Jackson in a movie by the director of Saw. I mean, come on.
Yeah, no.
Oh, I haven't watched
way
that
much
yet.
fun.
Son of a bitch. I forgot I bought that. Yeah. See, I got it. I completely forgot I got it. Son of a bitch. Now I got 3 movies I gotta watch.
And you know,
You've got to.
you're welcome.
Don't forget My Little Pony. You've got to watch My Little Pony.
Yeah, I'd rather watch the Happy Little Tree Friends.
Oh, Happy
I found out
Tree Friends.
Oh, that stuff is that's something. Most are on YouTube. We could do like a physics debunk of them one day, Jen.
Well, Happy Tree Friends.
Yeah.
Yeah, but that would be like doing the physics of Family Guy.
I'm now going to do. Thanks to YouTube, I'm now going to have to do a live stream on masturbation.
Yeah,
Oh,
see
cool.
that. What's up with that shit?
I can help you, but it'll only last 30
after
seconds.
1 year, I'm guessing some Christian mob discovered my video and decided to mass report it. And I challenged it. This is the stupid part. I challenged it. I wrote out a really good challenge. 20 seconds after submitting it, YouTube messaged me back going, "Oh no, we're upholding our decision." They go, "Yeah, that's not enough time for a human being to have actually gone and looked at my 10-minute video."
Nor to have read
Was it on?
Not even to have read what I was. They took down my female masturbation video.
Oh.
Which is really funny because, like, Dr. Pimple Popper is still on YouTube.
Yeah, I mean, and the only part of my video that could be considered questionable is that first 18 seconds. The rest of it is just normal educational.
That's probably. Well, you said it took 20 seconds to get back.
No,
to you,
they wouldn't.
And
No,
it's the
it
first
would have taken
18.
them more than. It would have taken them 20 seconds to have read my complaint.
I'm just thinking they watched the first 20 seconds and thought, "Oh, it's only going downhill," but didn't bother to watch the rest.
Yeah, that's.
We all know how good at their jobs they are.
But Claire's already agreed to do a stream with me about it. We're going to stream my video minus the first 18 seconds because we don't want to risk. I don't want to risk. I've only had a warning so far. I don't actually want to strike. And we're going to talk about the video, and we're going to talk about YouTube and censorship and stupid things because it's ridiculous. Because I don't show anything in it. It's all simulated, and it's all like, yeah, I understand. If kids were watching it, I would think it was objectionable too. But it's labeled adults only, and as only for adults. So you have to have an account, be signed up, and everything to watch it in the first place. So. Well, not that you can watch it now, but yeah, I'm guessing some Christian mobs found it and reported it.
Did they pull it?
Yeah, they deleted it.
Oh, they deleted it altogether.
Yeah. I don't lose the views that it's already had, though, apparently. I just lose the video. Which is all right. You know what's really dumb about it? They don't even give you a chance to download it again for yourself. I fortunately still have a rendered copy of it.
Well, that's what happened. Remember that the last stream we did with Punchy and Ilya?
Oh, yeah.
It did the same thing. I wasn't even allowed to go in and download it back again.
Yeah, you can't download it back. And I mean, this is ridiculous because if they were actually having somebody watching it, the realistic thing would be to say, look, we've had an objection, but the only objectionable part of your video is the first 20 seconds. If you agree to cut that out, like you could do for copyright strikes, we'll let you keep your video. I would have just done that.
Yeah.
But no, YouTube doesn't do that because YouTube doesn't actually have people go and check things. It's all done by computer.
Oh, well.
It's like saying that they do have people do things because they definitely don't. Well said, Jack.
One of the universities close to me, not the one I go to, actually had a brony society.
They all dress up.
You do understand that most bronies are men in their 40s, right?
Yeah, that was how it was described to me by one of the students, and that's how I found out, because I didn't go to that uni, but they'd mentioned it was the first time I'd heard the term. I'm like, wait, what? But yeah, apparently enough mature age students, enough people that they managed to actually have a society with members in it.
No, lots of mature age women like My Little Pony. So and there's I know lots of guys who like it too. So it's like
it's mainly the guys from what I heard.
Yeah?
Yeah, but have you seen the price of some of those collectible My Little Ponies? They ain't cheap.
No,
we live in Australia, Davros. Nothing is cheap.
Yeah, but My Little Pony's been around longer than you have, man.
Yeah.
It's worse if you want to try and
most things have been around longer than I have.
Oh, actually,
TV series, the original TV series, not the Friendship is Magic thing, but the original one, back in early 2000s. That's stupid expensive if you can get hold of any of that stuff. I don't have any because I was introduced to Friendship is Magic. I'd never even watched them before until my young niece said, "You got to watch this with me, Anna Jen." So I did, and then I watched everything. But I love kids shows. So.
Davros, were you there?
I'm not prepared for that.
and that's what Davros said just before the pony show.
Chris said when I had my comic shop, I was amazed at how many bronies there were.
Well, it's the fact that when you're amongst the people you don't know that they're what they are. Oh, by the way, something else that's older than that, Ministry of Sound is celebrating their 30th anniversary.
Goddamn, really?
Yeah, no shit.
You're not that much older than me, then.
If you're going to list things that are older than Matt, we're going to be here a long time.
Yes. If it was before the 90s, you can list it.
So
that's so weird when you say that because I'd finished high school before
Transformers, He-Man, original Star Wars.
He's around for the new He-Man.
You mean Gay Man?
I haven't even seen
it. We're not going there.
No. It's that they. Okay, spoilers. He dies. The most powerful man in the universe dies.
That's just the freaking halftime. He'll be back for the second half.
Yeah, you've got to have that whole he's died and then he amazingly survived thing.
Yeah, which seems to be every TV series these days. I'm surprised there isn't a My Little Pony episode where one of them comes back to life.
There is.
There is. Oh, yeah. See, there we go.
The magic of friendship will bring you back. Yay!
No, it wasn't that, but yeah. They've definitely had a legit, a total cliffhanger episode where it ended with legitimate cliffhanger.
I was watching the new episode of Chicago Fire last night, and before it cut to the first commercial break, you're like, "Oh, you son of a bitch!" Because one of the main characters was he was dead, and it was like, "What the hell?" And then it comes back for commercials, and I'm like, "You motherfuckers!" Because Chicago Fire, that's what I like about the Chicago 1 series, Chicago Fire, Chicago Med, and Chicago PD. They will kill off main characters.
Mm-hmm.
So it's like you can't be attached to anybody because they'll fucking die. So it's like, so when they showed the one character dead, I'm like, oh, you fuckers.
Actually, Falling Skies was a good TV show.
Yeah,
they would kill off a main character. They would kill off
every fucking episode.
It seemed like it, didn't it?
Yeah. You just get invested because they give you the backstory and then a bit of history and then a little bit more, and then all of a sudden, bye. Next.
Can we just say how good Noah Wiley was in that show?
I can see with Chris's knowledge of My Little Pony. Chris, is there something you need to tell everyone?
We're all worried for Rainbow Dash and Twilight Sparkle today.
Hang on. He could be talking about a TikTok, but quick side note. Australia invented the selfie, right?
I think it is meant to be.
Dr. Carl. He'll tell
yes,
you.
He does claim. I have heard that he is. Yes, he has definitely claimed that he was in the first selfie.
Who's claiming that?
The first
Dr.
ever
Carl,
named selfie.
one of our science communicators, like actually listed with the name of selfie. So it's the term was popularized first in Australia.
Almost like we do everything. Seriously.
We do a lot of things and then our ideas get stolen.
Somebody has to be first, and it's just fortunate.
That's what she
for the
said.
rest of the world we take.
More likely to be what he said, though.
He said, yeah.
Oh, no, yeah,
no.
Yeah, Lucy's got that right.
There's a little show called Supernatural. I can't count how many characters have died.
Jensen Ackles has actually died at least half a dozen times.
No. In one episode, he died 113 times.
At the end of it all, everyone dies except the boys, and then everyone gets brought back to life. So
yeah, but that was an Infinite Regress episode. I remember that one.
Oh, I love that episode. That was so funny.
I think Supernatural outdid the Marvel Cinematic Universe because the Click only destroyed half of all life. In Supernatural, they killed everything, absolutely everything.
And that episode is actually called Mystery Spot for those that want to know.
I am so out of my depth here.
Oh, dude.
Also, we still need to get Jensen Ackles to play the Red Hood in a DC live.
That would be so good.
The problem is, Matt, that we're talking about a show that's probably older than you.
Probably.
Well, here's something even funnier. You're born in 94? 95. Matt.
Oh, wow. Nerdy's actually doing real facts.
Yeah. Sorry,
That's
to add what Nerdy said, what we're claiming is not taking a photo of yourself. Clearly, that was around a long time beforehand, although that 1939 is, sorry, 1839, very early. No, what we're claiming is the term selfie. We invented the name selfie.
Yes.
Yeah, it was Australian.
And you didn't even put lasers in it. God.
But what I found really fascinating
for selfie, because everything's like you've got roadies and you've got bikies and you've got selfie has to be an Australian word. It really
and bickies. Don't forget the bickies.
Bickies,
and the cookies. Oh no, wait, they're already cookies.
No. Everyone mistakes bickies and bikies.
That sounds like
Yeah,
a
don't
good
get them
porn.
confused. It hurts.
Well, no, if you ask a bikie if he wants a bicky, he might ask you for a cup of tea.
But if you confuse the two and end up biting a bikie instead of a bicky, you'll be in trouble.
Yeah, but everything's better with a
Depends if
bag
they
of
like
weed.
it or not.
Yeah, it depends where you bite them. Although now I'm thinking old photos on a different note. One of the most fascinating things for those was back, because Nerdy reminded me back in the 19th century, early 19th century, the 30s, 40s. There was a one of the early pioneers in photography decided, I think it was actually like the 50s, 1850s, realized that there was still survivors from the Napoleonic Wars. So he got all the ones he could find, got them to put on their old uniforms and took photos of them. So we actually have photos of soldiers from the Napoleonic Wars. It's just, I love that. It's so cool. Because it's not something you'd think of, but it's like, but you look at some of the uniforms and you're like, that would not work for camouflage.
Did you? I know you guys are, some of you guys are history buffs. Did you hear that the last person to receive Civil War pension actually died last year?
Mm-hmm.
Wow.
Yeah. The last person to receive a Civil War pension was Irene Triplett, a daughter of a Civil War veteran who died May 31st, 2020.
Wow.
Ah. Well,
Yeah,
I know
in
all of our
She got
lifetimes.
She got $73 a month.
Back in those days, it probably would have been worth a lot more.
Yeah.
It's like even in my lifetime, there used to be World War I veterans around. There aren't, and I guess that's just how it moves on. But it's fascinating to think just these events weren't that long ago.
Yeah.
Like, we're not talking
I
that
mean,
many
to be fair,
generations.
There aren't a huge number of even Vietnam vets left.
Yeah, there were there.
All World War II, where
those generations are dying off. But yeah,
My dad not dead yet, and he went in Vietnam.
the last Union pensioner was Albert Wilson, who died in 1956.
he lived to a good old age then, because. But I'm assuming they weren't probably as strict on the 18-year-old starting age.
No.
Oh no, the Union might have been.
Well, this is actually this circles me back to being like nerdy. Like, so playing Red Dead Redemption 2, you actually meet this bloke who still thinks the war is going, and Arthur Morgan asks him, "What year is it? 1864, 65? No, 1899." Whoa.
Well, they've still found veterans from World War II, not as recently because they'd be way too old, but they have decades after, during the Cold War, they were finding Japanese soldiers on jungle islands in the Pacific who still thought the war was going on 30, 40, 50, 60 years after. Sorry, Jay?
Forget, Matt.
Yeah, I actually just seen something about that just the other day. I was like, gee, holy crap.
Yeah, don't forget, Matt, if you were born in 1930, right, and you joined the war at the end at the age of like 14 because you tried to get in, you'd only be 91 now.
My grandfather's 93. He graduated from uni in 1950. But he didn't he didn't fight in the wars. I think he was just a bit too young.
He didn't get conscripted then.
No, he didn't. But because he was also it depends on what you were doing, but he did also, because when he went to uni was right after all the other veterans came back, so he ended up studying with a lot of them. He had some cool stories, but he actually grew up in India back when it was a British colony.
Oh, we live here.
I was in Hong Kong when it was still a British colony.
That was more recent, though.
Yeah, that was 90. They went back to in 95, I believe. But yeah, I was there in '94. No, late '93 is the first time I because I went to Hong Kong a couple times. So the first time I was there was early '93, and it was still British.
Was it the end of the '90s? Was it the end of the '90s when they handed that back?
Like no, 99? I think it was like '95.
Yeah, it was mid to early '90s. Yeah. But it's really weird why the British had it in the first place. Well, a bit more sinister.
They put a flag in it.
Not quite. They actually went up and they were trading opiates with the Chinese because it was making them a lot of money. Yep. And China was like, "Can you stop selling our people opium? It is destroying them." And the British said, "No, we want to keep selling it." So the Chinese were like, "All right, we'll kick you out by force," and the British are like, "Bite us," and the Chinese tried to, and they shot back at them with their better ships, and then ended up taking Hong Kong because they had better guns and ships. And then the Chinese were like, "Okay, we'll give you some money if you stop trying to kill us." The British said, "Okay." And then they had another tour. It was another war, and they ended up taking more land around Hong Kong over the same reason.
I thought it was 95, but Scummer says it was 97.
Crispin T can be reading the chat just because he's on the show today.
You got to do the super chat now.
Jay for $2.99 from Heretical. Jay was in England when it was still a Roman colony.
Yeah. Jay also accepted.
But the BBC was.
Well, Jay accepted the actual British Broadcasting Company.
The Romans were awesome.
Speaking of which, so a little known YouTuber called Thoughty2 is written his second book, which is about the stuff that they did back in Rome.
What do you mean Thoughty2 is little known?
I was being facetious. Now,
Very.
Is Davros ever not?
Oh, yeah, no, sometimes I'm cynical. Mind you, don't let my smugness get in my own way.
Jay was in Varillion. Jay was in England when Stonehenge was plotted on the ground.
Anyway, back to my story. He had a sort of like a Kickstarter to help get it published through Unbound. I'm like, oh, okay. So I had a look at the tiers. There's one where you get your name printed in the book and a signed copy and a Audible version of the book. I'm like, oh, okay, cool. 90 Australian dollars later. Damn you British pounds. But yeah, it's like, because I listened to his first one, which was called Stick a Flag in It, which was about all the stupid things the British did. And that's actually really good. It's on Audible. It's a good laugh, actually, because it actually tells you about India and what happened.
It reminds me of the Eddie Izzard stand-up. You see that one?
We're talking
about,
I claim this, lad.
Do you have a flag? No, it's ours. We have a flag.
Yes. And this gun that I got from the NRA. That we live in.
God, Eddie Izzard is so funny.
No, I still think
his Star Wars Cantina one is probably one of his more famous ones. Like,
he's amazing.
Brilliant.
Yes.
No,
look at you with a tray.
Now I've just corrected you all. She's
his
amazing.
Let Them Eat Cake one is just fantastic.
Cake?
Cake, go down.
Now I'm just thinking of one of the jokes Frankie Boyle made about it, where Frankie's like, I can't do skits that require me to be multiple people. And then he has a go. He's like, but Eddie Izzard's good at it because he's both a man and a woman or something. Or just like,
he's a transverse man, I think.
Yeah, but it was kind of in a way. It's like I like some of the jokes Frankie Boyle makes because he'll make a joke about topics that are normally taboo, but he's not doing it in the same, like he's not making fun of the usual target of the joke. If that makes sense.
I love like how the whole stream has gone into misgendering because Eddie Izzard came out as trans and identifies as she/her.
The old jokes just keep coming. First time I went on a fishing trip, I caught a megalodon.
Plesiosaur, you mean?
Jay once had a pet trilobite. There we go.
The first time Jay breathed oxygen, there was an algal bloom. Hey, come on. That is correct, though.
I seen on TikTok it was a thing. See if I can find it. Hang on. If I can find this is gonna be so funny.
Oh, actually, speaking of TikTok, there was this guy doing this troll saying that Australia is not an island, it's a continent. And it's like everyone in the comments was going, "It's an island continent, you twat, because it's surrounded by water."
Well, you realise that the BBC was directly responsible for the Devonian extinction.
Oh,
Jay spun round too quickly.
Yeah,
is that why we have the
he was
extended
do the
finger?
helicopter.
Okay, this isn't the exact one, but this is close to the title the guy shared. It says a female shark learns to reproduce without males after years alone. Calling it a virgin birth is what the other one said. and the guy says, "Hey, Christians can finally get their great white Jesus."
Jesus.
Oh, that's one of the best ones. Is name something you think people think is in the Bible but isn't, and someone goes, "White people."
Yeah. White people.
Yeah, a book that comes from Arabic times, like Arabian times. It's brilliant.
If Ken Ham asks Jay, "Were you there?" he responds with yes.
I'm not prepared for that.
No, that's Ken Hovind, Davros.
Oh, speaking of which,
well, I mean, it's really simple. We can easily explain to Ken Hovind what the primordial ooze was.
Did anyone see the tweet from Telltale?
I did see that. Yes.
Which one?
About Ken Hovind getting done for beating up his ex.
Yeah, I actually read. Somebody else
It
tweeted.
wasn't a big enough bloody thing. I mean,
Yeah, I actually read somebody actually tweeted out the actual court papers, and I read it. It was like, this is just $500 fine, 1 year probation, 30 days in jail, which you probably won't have to serve,
and he has to pay medical expenses.
$2,100. Yeah.
Yeah, I'm like, fuck off. Human life is more important than money. He gets 11 years for embezzlement from structuring, isn't it?
But he beats someone up who gets
beating somebody up.
Yeah, all like 3,000 counts of it.
Yeah, I mean, like, fuck off. It's like, no. Human life.
Yeah, it did look a bit light for what had happened.
Too light.
And I could barely go. What is it? Bikini Atoll? Speaking of Bikini Atoll,
News?
Where you go with this?
No. They still haven't fixed the giant concrete boob, right? That a couple of years ago, because of the rising waters there, it was starting to crack the concrete that was holding all the nuclear waste.
Okay.
And there's been no news on it being touched, being dealt with, whatever. Like, people realise how close the Marshall Island chain is to Australia, yeah?
Yeah, I mean, how many years ago now was it that they did those nuclear tests, though?
The 60s.
Yeah, so you're only looking at... I mean, all your really, really high radioactive particles, most of them have decayed by now. So you're looking at the longer-term radioactive waste. I mean, even if it breaks through, the degree of radioactive contamination is going to be minimal compared to what it would have been.
Yeah, they're worried about the plutonium that's in there. Okay.
Yeah, there's still enough to do damage, but it's
not the same. It's not.
Yeah, and it was more the repeated tests you'd want to be worried about, that it was quite a build-up. But I mean, people forget when they did the original tests, they actually evacuated the islands because they didn't want the islanders there. So they're like, we're going to take you from here, going to move you to this island to do the test. Did the test, the wind changed direction and blew the radioactive particles back to where they'd moved everyone.
But here's the problem for said climate change denialists is the fact that the other islands of which those people are on are slowly getting eroded by the rising waters in the Pacific.
Yes.
And they have to move. Guess where they're going to move? Back home. Because it's the only place that's high enough to take them. Because no one will take them as immigrants because of, well, they may be contaminated.
I always find it weird because there are people who still think humans are not capable of doing any serious damage, or they'll take the lines of, oh, we're not a threat to the planet. The planet doesn't care about us. It's kind of like, you do realize we've already caused the collapse of a third of all the marine species we fish, right?
Yeah.
A third of them, we've already destroyed it.
Yeah, I mean, they're not wrong in that the planet, over the course of history, the planet doesn't give two hoots about us. We are.
It doesn't, but the very fragile biosphere on the top of it, on the outside that we survive in, well, we would care, and the planet, yes, the planet doesn't care about that. It can keep going after us, but we won't keep going. And it'll
probably recover, and there'll still be life. We're unlikely to be able to wipe out all life. I mean, nature hasn't been able to do it, so we're unlikely to be able to do it. But
maybe Ed will wipe out all life.
I hope so.
I'm more worried about I mean, if Jay goes about doing those freaking helicopter things again, we could be in for another Denovian.
Can Jay just... Is it possible for Jay just to keep smacking certain parts of the Earth? Because there are certain places that were like, well, maybe if we cleaned them up a bit, got rid of a few people, we'd do better.
I'll tell you what, you could probably do that to the Great Britain. I mean, that little dinky isle is really the...
I'll have to say hi to Grumpy, but before he gets on a rant, because I can see it in his eyes.
Nope.
Not yet.
That's what his eyes always look like.
Nope.
What? Ranting?
Yeah.
Yes.
Huh?
YouTube sucks.
Oh, yeah. Yeah, I saw that.
Yeah.
So, before we get too far, I got an idea for you, Ed.
What's that?
Me and you reviewing slap fighting championship. Have you seen those?
I like it.
I love those.
I like it.
Is that a form of cockfighting? Is it?
Have you never seen the slap fights?
Oh
my god,
it's freaking hilarious.
It's the main one actually starts in Russia. It actually started in Russia. They have a U.S. version. They have a U.S. version, but it sucks. But watching them Russians is like, holy fuck. How's that dude's head still on his shoulders?
Yeah, it's like arm wrestling, but with slaps instead of arm wrestling.
And you got guys on there, their hands are like the size of freaking skillets. Just
yeah. And it's when you see one of them like bend in half at the waist because they've been hit so hard, their legs forget to follow them. It's like
the side of their face is so swollen because they've been hit so many times.
I've been hit that hard.
Where's your missus?
Ed, we can tell.
Yeah, I got hit so hard one time in a fight. I got knocked out, and the guy hit me with such a fast combination that he knocked me out and woke me back up, all in the same combo.
Okay.
Oh yeah, yeah. Got my ass whooped.
Did Jay turn around too fast and slap you in the face with the BBC?
No, that's head crushing. That's not recoverable. Well, I actually have a.
This was my thought, Ed. We can go through and we can take a look at. It's called Punch Down, and they actually go through the championships.
Oh wow!
Yeah.
Okay. I'm gonna have to check them out. I didn't know they had that on there.
Oh, dude. These things are so wild.
Oh yeah.
Where's the one? I can't
just
find
pick
it.
one.
No, I'm not gonna play one because I don't want to get hit with the thing.
Oh well,
there it is.
Yeah, that's true.
So this is basically WWE with
Slaps.
smaller
Yeah.
budget.
Oh no! You can see right here.
Oh
Pop!
no, it's big money.
Oh yeah. This is probably the best known one right here. I'm not gonna click on it because, like I said, I don't want to get hit with something. But
Yeah.
this dude right here used to be the champion. He slaps. I swear to God, the dude's contact lenses popped out of his head. he hit him so hard, the dude just freaking collapsed and crumpled. And
Oh man.
just want to wish Ed a happy Ed month.
Fuck you, Chris.
Ed Timber.
But yeah, no, like Raven says, like Raven said, Jen. No, it's actually a real sport in Russia.
And
Damn.
Jen, it should have
Trust the
been.
Russians.
It should have been Edtober because my birthday is in October.
Oh, so Chris fucked it up.
Yeah, he did.
No.
The hunt
Chris
for Ed
gave-
October.
No, Chris.
Chris.
Chris gave it a good explanation last week. He said it's the lead up to Ed's Tober.
Yeah,
Oh, so we're gonna have another month.
yeah. I can't wait to see what he's got set up for Ed Tober.
Sons of bitches.
But what's even worse is I'm not sure if it's on Netflix or one of the other channels. There's a cartoon show called The Royals.
I've
It's
just realised
absolutely
what this is going to mean for me come January.
Yeah, and then I'm in February. Oh my god!
And nobody here knows when I was actually born, so I'm safe.
You were never born. You were
We know you were
sucked
hatched
into
out of the lab.
existence.
Yeah, I thought you were lab created.
Everybody knows. Everybody knows the doctors are
Exactly.
created in a lab.
Yeah, he's got to change his moniker to almost a human.
Oh, actually, hang on. Sorry. I think there was a unfortunately short-run TV show called Almost Human that might flag
Yeah,
you.
Oh, that was
Actually, it was-
so good.
There were two.
Carl-
there was
Carl
a Tommy version
Urban.
and an American version, but the
like the
Tommy
American
version's
version.
better.
The American version was good. Had Carl Urban.
Yeah,
It did, but the Pommy version was better. Sorry.
I was so mad when they cut that show. I was like, really?
One
That was
season.
so good. One season.
One season, yeah. And yet, what's that other one? Oh shit! It's got Kinnaman in it. Fuck, what's it called? The one where he basically his mind gets transplanted into another body. Fuck, what's it called?
Oh,
God damn it! The hotel is run by a hologram.
Oh, Altered Carbon.
That's the one. That
Yeah.
gets 2 seasons.
Do you know what the weirdest thing about that show is? It's all about mind bending, gender bending, and all these things, and yet the guy who wrote it is an actual TERF, an actual gender critical.
Yeah.
He's absolute complete utter bigot. He hates gay people. He hates trans people. He's an absolute bigot.
Yeah.
Oh,
Just
man.
probably why it got a second season.
Yeah. Because we all know Netflix is about diversity.
Now I'm just imagining Davros cooking, because when he was just talking about, oh, it's got this in it, beep, beep, a bit of this, or no, we're gonna. For some reason, that's where my head went. It was just like, is that what Davros is like when he's trying to make a barbecue?
Yeah, but Matt, think about this.
Oh, you're
It
going to
was the
say
fact-
make a baby.
It was the fact that with
That's your job, Jen,
points-
not mine.
What to help
Matt,
Davros make a baby? He's
a
already
true-
got-
No, to go
nerd.
down that road of those
sorry.
comments. I should have been more specific.
No, we'll leave it at what you said first. But it was the fact that certain little things I said managed to trigger 2 people to know what it was called. See? That's how nerds work, Matt. You will learn.
Well, before we get any further into this, I do want to say that I definitely feel like I am officially part of this group now.
Uh-oh.
Yeah. Now here's why. I was reviewing some comments on a live stream from some douchebag's channel, and someone put in, the chat there that I'm part of Atheist Pastor's crew. So I guess I'm canceled now.
Yeah, there's Guardian articles coming for you, boy.
Was that a certain Nathan person?
Well,
Sorry.
It was his live chat.
Stream.
Yeah, it was his stream where a certain Amanda put in there that I'm part of Atheist Pastor's crew. So thanks for canceling me. Yeah, backstabbing.
You've been cancelled for years, Grumpy. What are you talking about?
Oh, okay.
Oh yeah,
I just want to get to 1,000 subs. That's my that and have one video reach 10,000 views. Those are my only two goals.
I'm getting closer and closer. I'm 100.
Yeah, you are not far off. So if anyone is watching and isn't subbed to Jen, you know what to do.
Especially now that they've taken down my best video. No, I won't call it my best, but certainly was my most watched. Claire and I have.
I think it's very common that everybody's most watched videos are never their favorite one.
Which is kind of why I'm looking forward to going through the actual content of the video with someone else, and we're just going to tear it apart, but we're still going to be productive on the educational side of it. So.
I know
a bit of fun for it.
My most popular one is my Albert Pike video, and I hate that video. But it's got like 7.5 thousand views on it, so I'm like, I guess you're staying.
Yeah, why didn't your Starseed one get more views?
It got nothing.
I know. I watched it though.
Davros, remember this? Join the crew. Join the crew.
Oh Jesus Christ! Fuck! I'm sorry. I can't believe I've been subbed to you for that long. Fuck. I think you were like.
I'm also still 2 subs away from 300. So I'm hoping that ticks over with the next video.
I like what Raven said, but I don't think you can put it up, Jay.
Of course you can. It's happy hour.
Yeah, and I'm with Chris. It's awful funny how we all went out of our way to do a fundraiser for a pale blue skank, and then all of a sudden I'm a piece of shit now. Okay, I'll remember that.
Hey, she can't talk about me any worse than she has in the past, so.
Yeah,
they don't know who I am, like most people, so.
You're not old enough to be ridiculed like we are.
Yeah.
You underestimate the internet, Davros.
You underestimate the power I have.
I did. I was just looking
wow,
it up.
Sandy! Wow. Accurate, but wow.
So I was just looking up Davros. Out of my 3 Starseed videos, the one that's got the most views has 101. The other one's like 47 and 50 views.
Well, I did. Fuck. I took the videos off my channel because they weren't getting any more views. But my biggest one was like a 3-minute video on Nathan Oakley, and that got over 200 views.
Oh, wow.
It was calling him out for being a piece of shit.
Well, Jay's actually brought up screenshots of my most popular video, and I hate it. But I actually really, really hope the one I'm making now becomes the number one, because I put so much time into it, and so other people. It's not just me, but Jen and Kitty and Randolph and Tessa Fisher, who we had on Jen's channel. They've all helped me out with it, so it has to do well for everyone else too. I don't want everyone to put that much time in and not. But anyway, I'm going to shill the hell out of that video.
I will be around tomorrow night, so we can stream.
Yay!
Yay!
Just want to give a shout out to all those that are in the chat. We got Chris and Raven and Claire and Gary and Nerdy, the OG Sandy. Jeff's here. Who else was here? There's somebody. Verillion.
Nerdy.
Claire
S. Bear. My favorite bear. Ducks and otters all the way.
Lissy Lou was in earlier. I don't know if she's still here, but Lissy was here.
Oh, Tangelo just showed up.
Josh.
Oh, there goes the chat then.
He actually seems to like this channel now. He shows up fairly. Anyway, I'm gonna have a chat with Tangelo on Sunday.
Sunday, yep. I was gonna bring that up.
Why?
So,
He's in the chat.
because I need to get destroyed again by a proper debater.
Oh, I'll give you
That's a
debate.
joke that Chris has been making by.
Sandy,
Anyway.
don't go. We love you, Sandy. Please don't go.
I'll give Matt a debate.
I'm not sure I'd call it a debate, Davros.
Oh no! I said nothing about mass attracting mass, but I want to get the hips on dinosaurs turned back to the way it was in the 70s.
Just to clear something up, Gary, you're canceled because we all know you're Darth.
Jade's there.
I'll be
we
right
only
back.
had to read one Guardian article to find that out.
And listen,
Been a while since I've seen that, Jay. Been a
I'll-
while.
I'll apologize to everybody for my poor form, but hey, I'm me. I never claimed that I was a decent person. I have mice
Yeah.
throat in big giant letters on my fucking Twitter profile. I hate all you motherfuckers.
Yeah, it's like you're not a hypocrite if you never said you were good in the first place. Also, now that I'm seeing that avatar from Jay, when he comes back, I just want him to do his voiceover work like we did last time.
I need to make one. I need to make.
Tony.
Yeah, it's Tony.
Davros, that's not Tony.
It looks like Tony.
No.
No, that's Jody.
Oh no!
I gotta make one of
Tony's
me.
more fun.
I gotta make one of me with a cowboy hat for when I do my freaking southern
Line dancing?
accent. No, when I do my southern accent.
Yeah.
Well, you didn't hear that.
I won't bust out my southern preacher because seriously, you'd be starting to tithe me, baby. Because we can't ask for money directly, but if you tithe to me, you put up some
Ed,
fundraising for me.
I don't even say it. I'm not even going to address that comment. Fuck that comment. Get out of here with that bullshit.
Oh, if only Jay was here, I'd ask him to put the comment up, but
See,
there he is.
Chris, I'm telling you, if you come to the States or if I get to Australia one of these days, I'm going to punch you right in your lady parts.
What, you mean his face? 'Cause he looks like a... I could finish that, but I think other people know what I mean.
A pusa.
Jay, can you give us another rendition of your southern accent? Since you got the avatar up, if you're there. Nope.
Listen, man.
What would you love on Tangelo? I'm second now. I'm the second most loveliest person in the world after Ed.
Well, just Tangelo, I'll see you next Tuesday. That's all you need to know about me.
What?
So what we got here is a giant banana dildo person type thing right here. Now, we don't really have an official name for it, but if you give us some tithing money, we might be able to think of one or two, maybe.
Professor Peel.
Professor Beetle.
You need some Jesus in you.
He's been promoted.
Can I get some Jesus in you? Jesus wants to come in you.
Wait, isn't that what we're covering tonight, Jay? Is the funny church
You want to
sign?
feel Jesus'
No.
glory all over
This-
your face.
That's what we were gonna. But I've got this. How many is there? I've got 40 dumbass tweets that's been sent to me throughout the whole
Oh,
week.
that's
So
gonna be fun.
it's
You're
gonna be
welcome.
It's gonna be Twitter shenanigans this week. Next week we're gonna do the signs.
A
Fun of the
4-inch
grits.
tongue. A 4-inch tongue can bring a 6-foot man to his knees.
I do not know what they were thinking with that one.
Claire Bear, you should hop in with us, Claire.
One of my favorite ones that I've seen with my own eyes was one church that put up, it was around Easter time. I think it was in a Galilee far, far away. A long time ago in a Galilee far, far away. And I was like, that's actually fairly clever.
Listen, I have to remember the next time Amber and I go down to her dad's, I have to get her picture of this one building on the way to her dad's house. Apparently, it used to be a church of some sort. I don't know. But they still have the sign over the door. It says, Jesus saves. And then on the door, it's painted winery.
I imagine a lot of people there, if they spend too much time at the winery, will be talking to God on the big white telephone the next morning.
Oh, it's
Yeah,
sacramental wine.
I wonder if they actually make the wine there or if it just magically appears.
Or did they forget the H? You go there to wine.
I mean, it's not a bad idea for a winery.
Oh, man.
You gotta get Jesus to come inside you.
Thanks for that imagery,
No,
Davros.
but when I heard that actually come out of a preacher's mouth, I'm like, you do know what you just said.
No,
Well, if
Clearly
you saw
not.
the preacher- if you saw the preacher, he probably does.
I know I typed it, but I'm gonna address Sandy. Sandy, you're brilliant. We love you. Please stay around. You don't have to go because of what you said about somebody else.
No.
We all have our own opinions about people. We shouldn't be afraid to express them at certain times. We haven't gone down the route in the stream of slagging somebody off, which is actually hinted at in the chat. We moved on from that topic, but
Yeah. Now
Sandy,
we're talking
please
about.
stay.
And
The
the
ones
same
that we want
same
to
goes
love
for
you there.
Gary. You know,
Same goes
some
for you,
people.
Gary. You don't have to go.
Yeah, some
We've
people.
moved on from that, and we think the chat should too. But
Yeah.
people have strong opinions about this, and they will sometimes be aired. And there are probably things you don't know about things that have
Ow,
happened
don't
to certain
bite.
people in the background, and that's fine. And we don't
the only animal more grumpy than Ed.
leave it. We're going to move
Bit
on
the
from it.
shit
And we
out of
think
me.
the chat should probably move on from it too.
Yeah, we done have moved on. So
Yeah.
Oh,
Grumpy's gonna
and if
be
it's
grumpy.
anything, I have no idea about most of this, so I can't talk about it because I don't know what I'm talking about. So I'm just going to move on because
Most of it was pre your time, Matt.
So
yeah,
anyways,
as
it's a
was
trend
most
here.
things.
There's a
so
trend
anyways,
here.
it's just about that time to wrap up the happy hour. As we are going into
Say
in
goodbye.
about a half hour.
Can't we do what we
Say
did the
goodbye.
other week and just keep going into the main show?
No.
do you mean,
I have to
no?
eat.
Um,
I have to be,
hang on.
and I have to get ready for the show.
I
and
understand,
everything
Jay.
else,
With the BBC, it must take you ages to
so
be.
it does.
He starts peeing, but by the time it actually gets
he
to
has
the
to pump
other end,
The bilge pump needs going first so it can take the load.
He's the whole reason why the Dead Sea is so salty.
oh, that's reminding me of the one liner. It's like sperm whales. Are they the reason the sea is so salty?
Oh.
No,
I am sorry, everybody, for that one.
Why is the camel called the ship of the desert? Because it's full of Arab seamen.
Oh. So Chris has popped in. He's not supposed to be here. How you
Hey.
doing?
Hey, Chris.
I'm doing good. How are we all?
Oh my
Hang
god,
in there.
he sounds like he's from the radio era.
I might sound a bit. I'm coming in from my phone at the moment. So, hey, just really quickly wanted to address something. First thing, I'm just going to say this is a free speech platform. So, within reason, what people choose to say in the chat is completely up to them. If you don't like it, you are free to tell them. But we're not going to. It's within reason. If there's obviously horrible shit that gets posted, then we'll get rid of that.
Well, yeah.
Since it's been brought up, I just really quickly with Manda, a lot of you probably saw her on the channel. Look, there's a few things going on in the background. For some reason, she's decided that I'm public enemy number one. We had a bit of a disagreement over something that I'm not going to get into, that I think everyone, well, most people here know about, but I'm pretty confident I was in the right on it. I just asked her to clarify a few things. And I became public enemy number one when I didn't sort of, anyway, I didn't do it. But look, it's, it's disappointing that she's going and doing what she's doing. But, free speech, she can do whatever the hell she wants. By the same token, then if she decides to go and bag the shit out of me and Ed on a stream, well, she can expect a little bit coming back her way from Ed. I don't think there's any problems with that, and I certainly don't think there's any problems from other people who have seen what's going on, venting their opinion. So
To be fair,
I just wanted to clarify
to many
that.
of us, what's happened is not actually a surprise.
No, and I mean,
It kind of was to me, though.
Look, it's a shame. Look, it was a big surprise to me because Manda was someone who, I was very close to. Certainly, my wife was very close to. My family, she'd jump on, when she was going through some of her toughest times. We'd jump on a stream with her for an hour every night just to make sure she was okay. So that she's sort of gone down the path she's gone down, well, that's up to her. But I guess she found some cooler friends, and that's life. She's an adult. She can make the decisions that she wants to make.
Now that you've covered that, let's move on to the topic of me punching you right in your snot box.
Hey, I'm just going to put this out there. Tangelo in the chat was not me. I think that's actually a Tangelo.
Yeah, it sounded like him.
It wasn't
the
me.
fact that Chris has had to defend that makes me think it is Chris.
Yeah.
No, we
don't
all
get me
know
wrong.
who Chris actually is.
So
Well, actually, no.
Don't get me wrong. I would actually do something like that. That's the kind of thing I would do. But no, this time it wasn't me. Unfortunately,
Well,
I
Chris-
don't have the setup to.
Chris,
Chris is Smee Dawkins, though.
regardless, Chris, you filthy little troll, how many more pictures of me are going to be on these fucked up thumbnails?
Another
Oh, just you wait.
Well,
Check out next week.
Motherfuckers.
well, there's some good ones. I mean, there's
We're taking
there's a Dora the
submissions.
Explorer one coming up, and there's also the other one of Joe Biden sniffing your hair. So I'm looking forward to that one in particular.
Sucker.
Yeah, and the week
Oh,
after.
I'm surprised there
There's gonna
wasn't
be a
one for
brilliant
Sunday's
idea for a
debate.
picture.
Yeah, but the week after, there's Grumpy sniffing
It's
Grumpy's
still
head.
pretty early.
No, I have got a brilliant idea for a picture, Chris. I'll have a talk to Davros about it later, and we'll get it to you.
Oh God!
See, I love it when there's people plotting. All is good in the world.
I got one last thing to say, and then we're going to drop out here real quick. To everyone that is in the chat, thank you guys so much for being here. Sometimes the chat can
Thank
get
you.
heated.
And
Please just be aware that a lot of things said, a lot of times are said by emotion and not different things. Just be careful, be kind. We don't want anybody to leave. We value each and every one of you, even the trolls that come to the channel.
Godless Granny, that's a great joke, by the way.
I don't get it.
Incidentally, look, there's going to be disagreements, and not everyone's going to get on in chats, and that's fine. But But please never take it personally, and please never think that you're not wanted here, because we really do. It's everyone who's in the, as corny as this is going to sound, everyone who's in the chat is part of the Six Pack experience, because it's an interactive show. There's a reason we do the live shows, and that's because we want to interact with people in real time. Otherwise, we just record the thing and put it out, and heavily edit the thing. But we do like the interaction. So please, no one ever feel like you need to go because of a drama or anything like that. We do value you all.
Oh, actually, quickly before we go, guess who popped back up on YouTube the other day?
Who?
Vagrant Sam.
Oh yeah.
Oh yeah,
Yeah, I see it.
yeah, cool.
Yeah, I hung out there for a little while watching him. It was
I
fun.
sent you a
Yeah,
message.
Sam does some good
Uh-oh.
content. I like Sam.
Yeah, well,
So,
he's
all right,
had
everybody.
enough.
We gotta go.
Bye.
Yep.
Yeah, there, and
See ya.
speak of the devil. Say
Hey,
his name
Sam,
3
how you
times.
doing,
There-
Sam?
Yeah.
There he is. Big
Hey,
friend,
Sam.
my water.
So, thank you, everybody. Come join us in a half hour to the actual Six Pack Twitter shenanigans. I got lots of submissions this week from a lot of different people, so it's going to be a fun one. Like I said earlier, I got 40 different tweets and whatnot.
I'm worried
this week,
about the
so-
day that I'm going to show up in one of those.
Our guest this week will be Matt is subbing for Chris, and Claire will be joining us so they'll be with us for the next 2 weeks.
They're not really
Panel.
guests. I mean, at this point, are they really guests?
Well,
Nah,
yeah.
they're part of the
I, as usual, I snuck my way on, and as a stowaway, no one's been able to kick me off.
That's how we got Ed.
They're stealing
I
your
thought
channel,
I'd
Chris. They're
I thought
stealing.
I'd
But
Oh,
if
yeah.
I'm
Camera.
subbing in for Chris, does that mean Jay is about to steal my channel?
He's already done it. It's too late. That's why you're here.
Been there,
You
done
have
that.
no channel.
All right, everybody. Thank you so much. We'll see you in a
Bye.
half hour.
Yes.
Water, my friends.
Bye.